Well, Happy New Year, everybody. And wow, 2025, unbelievable. But this is a big year for big things. And that's why you guys are over here on my brand new channel, Gly Coolness. So I got this crazy idea in my head. Oh, this was many months ago. And I said to myself, why don't you just create a channel about you and what you do behind the scenes of your other channels, Adventure Coolness, Abandoned and Forgotten Places, and now our new channel, Deep Shaft Explorations and Tombstone Tours. That's right, we've got 3 channels that we're working on now, and there's going to be which when combined with Gly Coolness, that's the 4th channel. And now there's going to be a 5th channel. Yes. Which is going to be eventually Laura's channel.
Yes.
But Laura's driving right now, and so we got to keep her eyeballs on the road. That's why I'm just going to sit over here and go blah, blah, blah. So speaking of blah, 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 what are we doing today? Well, we're headed to Quartzsite. We're on a rock run, which means we're going to the Rock and Mineral Show in Quartzsite, Arizona, to grab up a bunch of really cool specimens that we'll be offering here the next few weeks. Now, we've been looking forward to this for a long time because at the Rock and Mineral Show, there's so much more to choose from. And I know a lot of you guys, you don't much care for rocks and minerals that have been altered. I get that. I understand. But sometimes altered rocks and minerals make for really good, bookshelf rocks, stuff that's eye-catching that can sit on the shelf, and and the reason for that is you always want to add a few of those into your collection because that's what draws people's eyes to your collection, and then you can talk about all your other rocks and minerals. But today we're going to leave them out of the mix. We are going to go after true blue rocks and minerals, and hopefully we can find some things that we find in some of the abandoned mines that we explore. Okay, so that's where we're at right now. So we are on, what is this highway, Laura? Is this
95?
95. Yeah. Okay.
Wait, never mind.
No.
It's 72.
70. That's right.
Now we're turning on to 95.
Yes. Okay. Boy, it was terrible down here a while back, but we would go to Quartzsite because they had a whole bunch of road construction. It took forever to get through it. Let's see. What if I touch my camera? There we go, like that. So, yeah, this is something brand new. So, what I want to do with this is, there's so much that takes place on all of our channels behind the scenes that you guys never see. And rather than me editing out and kind of like muddling up our other legitimate channels, not to say that this one isn't legitimate, this one's just going to be kind of a hodgepodge of behind the scenes. But instead of muddling up those other channels with behind the scenes stuff, I thought it would just be a good idea to create this one. So if you do want to follow me as to what I do behind the scenes, then here's where you need to come. For example, like if I'm outside working on Bob, doing something, getting him ready for the trail, or if I'm working on a new camera rig, it can be just about anything, so you get kind of a taste of what's going on, and you might learn a little bit more about me. I think what I'm going to do is I'll open up a little bit more, tell you a little bit more about who I am and my background, and Laura's planning on doing the same thing too on her channel, and when that's up and ready to go, which actually should be only in a few more days, then she can tell you a little bit more about herself and what she likes to do, right, Laura?
Yeah, I have an exciting goal this year that it's a spot that I've been interested in seeking what is there for the last at least 5 years, maybe 6 years. And because the roads are so awful in this particular area of the state because of the elevation, it looks like it's going to be a spot that I'm going to have to backpack to.
Yeah.
Which I need to get out more so I can get in shape for that, because I haven't backpacked in a while. And with the elevation and how much gear I'm probably going to have to carry, it should be quite the adventure, depending on how far I can drive to where I start hiking.
You see, Laura, you know, before we met, she does a lot of backpacking and has been to a lot of really, really cool places. And, you know, in conversation, I've said, you know, you really need to bring a camera with you on some of these, because people would love to see, you know, where you're exploring and where you're going, and maybe learn a little bit more about you. And so a channel dedicated just to her would be perfect for that, because you know, honestly, guys, you know, there's places that she likes to go and hike into that I just can't. You know, I've got my neuropathy that I deal with, so some of these really, really like you know, high altitude locations where you have to hike back in and 3, 4, 5, 6 miles.
Yeah, we found that out this past summer, that
Yeah.
Gly was able to do some hikes, but one of them in an area that we feel is pretty much documented as best as we can. That's over 8,000 feet, and it was a struggle for him. Plus, at least half of it, maybe 75% of it, was off trail. And then even when we got back on the road was basically like a wash because of the damage that it sustained. So it was a push to get him back up to old Bob.
Well, you know the old saying, a man's got to know his limitations. And I know what mine are. I know what I can handle in a day. And you just can't push it past that. And so that's why I think it's a great idea for her to bring a camera with her and just to kind of vlog her way through the day as she goes on her solo explorations. What else have we been doing? Well, okay, so we have, you know, we rang in the new year. That was fun. We had a good time. We had to put out a rerun video.
Because you've been editing for the newest channel of them all.
Yeah, it was, and it wasn't just editing. It wasn't just editing for Adventure Coolness. I've been completely revamping all of the, how would you say, the innards or the structure of all the channels.
Yeah.
They needed updating, and I'm currently doing that right now. Because, you know, as years go by, things change. You got to get down into the description areas of the videos, and you got to, you know, change it out with new and more updated information, like if we have any more like website details, or it's just maintenance, and it's something that I do the first and second week of every new year.
Mm-hmm.
So I've been working a lot on that. Plus we had, you know, we just wanted to enjoy the holidays. It's the holidays, and we wanted to have a little time for ourselves. And that's why we threw out a rerun for this one. But it's a cool rerun. I mean, the reason we put it out is because, you know, it was one of those situations where we learned a lot about a mine afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
So it's, you know, we went there and we documented the location. And then about 2 months later, I got an email from, I don't remember who anymore, but it was like, yeah, they that thing is full of full of hydrogen sulfide gas, and they had to rescue 2 people out of there. They didn't.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense with even when we got there, and the vibes that it gave me were creepy.
Uh-huh.
It was not a welcoming mine, put it that way. You do this long enough, some mines you're like, oh, okay, it's just another old mine.
Yeah,
What's it got in there? Seems all right. But then other ones you're like, oh yeah, this is one of those that you should probably abide by the sign and stay out.
Right.
But we go in anyway, and luckily our number is not up yet, and we still come out.
Yeah, like a cat. I don't know if we lost one of our lives that
One
day.
of our 9 lives.
But we may have
If
come
we had
close.
stayed in there long enough, we probably would have.
Yeah, if we would have went down to the water line, that would have been an issue.
But luckily, we kicked some rocks beforehand and then found out.
And then I ordered up a danger H2S sign. I meant to get back out to that mine and lash that sign to that grate so that it would inform others if they ever stumble upon it not to go in there. But darn it, if life didn't get too busy, and I was never able to get back out there again to do that. So if anybody is watching this and you know about that mine,
you could always mail them the sign, or they could put their own sign up there.
Hey, that there you go. Or put your own sign up there, or contact me somehow. I could probably ship you this sign, and then you could go out there and you could lash it to that grate, because people need to know about it. It was just a really dangerous situation. All right, what else we have going on?
That's
just
all that I can think of.
Yeah, just been busy so much lately. I mean, I really poured my heart and soul into Adventure Coolness. I really wanted you guys to see what my intentions are for that channel with the first episode. The first episode wasn't intended to be like where we're going out and we're actually going to put a pin in a objective and then go out and try to find it or try to explore it. The first episode of Adventure Coolness was entirely designed to give you an idea of what the channel is going to be about and what our intentions are for the channel. So that's what I wanted to do. But going forward, we've got another one lined up. It's going to be a top secret military base, or it used to be back in World War II. Yeah, early 1940s. It was a top secret military base. I think we're probably going to head out there, or maybe the next couple of days. Maybe the next few days.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and we're going to get started on that. And then as far as mines go, we've got another one lined up, and it's going to be a really, really good one. I just hope it's not bad barred.
Yeah,
I hope not. It wasn't the last time I was out there. Yeah, it is a mine that I've been to before, but I never fully documented all the areas of it because it's so large. And back then, when I did run a camera through it, I had limited camera capabilities back then, and so I want to redo it and do it right this time with all of the tech and all the cameras that I have now. So, all right, so here we are. I'll turn the camera around. You can look out that way, heading down the highway.
We're not in Old Bob today.
No, we're in. Laura and I call this Silver. This is her car, and her name is Silver.
She's a Subaru.
And
she can get me some places, but not everywhere that Bob can.
And on Highway 95, you can be doing 10 miles over the speed limit, and it's still not fast enough.
Nope.
People pass you all the time. It doesn't matter. Now, I know that you can't really see it too well on this camera, but off to the left of the highway out there, that's the Kofa National Wildlife Refuge. And straight forward is Quartzsite, Arizona, and it's a beautiful bluebird day. About I don't know, what do you think it is out there? It's in the low 50s.
It's probably still in this. I think it's probably it might be approaching 60 now.
Yeah, this morning we woke up. It was
cool.
It was about
40s,
41,
low 40s,
41 degrees Fahrenheit. A little chilly, but it's going to be a fun day. All right, well, I'll tell you what, before this gets too long, I'll just pick back up with you guys when we get down to Quartzsite, and I'll turn the camera around and just kind of show you what that's all about and what we plan on doing for the day. Okay, guys, we'll see you down there. All right, guys, here we are at the Desert Gardens Rock and Mineral Show. This is the big sign out in front, and wow, they got a lot of people here this year. This is going to be a lot of fun. Okay, let's go. Now, when you come here, there isn't as I recall, there is not a fee that you have to pay to get in. It's just, it's open to the public with a lot of vendors. Now, I tried to get here last year, but if you can remember, I was documenting mines in the Bradshaw Mountains in the area around Prescott, Arizona, and to drive from there to the Rock and Mineral Show here was just a little bit too far for me, so that's why I wasn't able to get over here last year. But this year we're a little bit closer. We were a little bit more strategic in our thought behind where we're going to be staying for the winter. And so here we are. Let me show it to you. Let me flip the camera around. So you just have a lot of various vendors from all over the place offering all different kinds of rocks and minerals. And if you're an amateur geologist like me, a place like this, you're just it's a little slice of heaven, because you can just go from table to table and look at I mean, would you look at that? Yeah, absolutely beautiful specimens. And we're getting here on January 2nd, so it's a perfect time to get here before everything is all picked over. Wow, absolutely beautiful. I see some right here that I would love to offer you guys. I mean, look at that. Let's head over this direction, and I'll show you what this gentleman has to offer. And it just goes on and on. Good morning to you. So much to choose from. Oh, we're just going to have a heck of a fun day, guys. Wow. Oh, look at this. Yeah, look at the beautiful crystalline sulfur right there. Now, who wouldn't want to have some of that on your bookshelf, right? Absolutely.
Just don't put it in your fish tank.
Yeah, don't. he said, he goes, whatever you don't put it in your fish tank. I wouldn't agree with you on that one. All right, let's head down this way. Yep, Laura's checking it out. Laura, did you see what they have over here? Take a look at this table, the $5 table right there. Look at this.
Good morning.
Good morning. Look at that. Yeah, Laura's going to have fun today. All right, well, she's checking out the $5 table. I'm going to take you guys down this direction, and we're going to look at a little bit more. Now, of course, you know, this just kind of goes on and on and on. You know, you can be here all day long. So I'm not going to show you all of it. I'm just going to give you a little taste of what it's like. Oh my goodness. Look at this, guys. Look at that. Look at the size of that calcite right there. But, you know the old saying, if it fits, it ships. I don't know how I'm going to get that into a medium-sized shipper. Wow. Too cool. It almost looks like coral, doesn't it? Let's look over here. Let's take another look. Absolutely beautiful. And what's really cool about this show each and every year is you just never know, you know, what you're going to get. One year I was down here, and to my older subscribers, you can probably remember, I found a man from China, and he was selling scooterite. Some of the finest scutterite, well, some people pronounce it scooterite or scutterite. It was some of the finest scutterite I've ever seen. And he imported it here in a shipping container, had to go through this huge process to get it in country just so that he could make it to this show. It was incredible. I hope to find him here again. Let's look over here. Take a look at this, guys. Beautiful. Just beautiful stuff. Yeah. And some of the tents are covered like this. Kind of get you out of the sun. Wow, so much to choose from. Look at the malachite. Wow. You know, you just say to yourself, where do we start? Look at the beautiful, beautiful malachite, all polished. Incredible. Yeah, Laura and I, we've got our work cut out for us today, because in a place like this, when there's just so much to choose from, it's difficult. Yeah, because I want it all. I want everything, but of course I can't fit all of it in my RV. Just absolutely great. And that's just, it's just one example of so much. Laura, wait until you see the malachite in there. Look at that. Yeah, you got to head over. It's on the center tables on the inside of the tent. I am not 100% sure. I'm going to head off this direction. Okay, so I'm going to give you guys just a little bit more of the tour, and then I got to get to work because... So let's turn the camera around and head off this direction. So this is just one aisle of the show. There's another aisle off to my right, and then a third over there. And I also noticed that they needed to expand out this year to an additional place that's further on down the road. That wasn't there 2 years ago when I was here. So we'll have to go take a look at that too. Look at all the glass. These big giant glass, look at the size of it. I'll put my hand up there so you can see. This comes from, this is all man-made. It's not naturally occurring, but a lot of people buy it to accent something in their house. Neat stuff. And then down this direction, typically every year, these are the folks that have rocks in the raw that need to be cut. Take a look at this giant pile here. And working down this direction, there's another individual. You can see, I'll head over here. You can see all of his rock saws. Some of this he's selling, these older rock saws, and then he's got new ones around the corner. I was here one time, I believe he had like a 36-inch. It was pretty neat to see. My brother has one of those. I think he's got a 36 or a 42 that he cuts his stuff on. But if you wanted to cut your own stuff, this is the place to go. Okay, let's head over here real quick. And we'll take a look. I'll kind of go up this other aisle. So yeah, I'm going to try to find you, similar stuff that we find in the mines. But there's also some really exquisite pieces that I want to put together. They just, Okay. Like some of that malachite. I mean, we do find malachite in mines. Look at that. We'll go up this way real quick. Too cool. Here's all your fluorescent rocks, see? Fluorescent minerals under UV lamps. And that's the one thing I forgot to bring today. I did not bring my UV light. I just completely spaced it out. Okay, here's another really cool tent. Now in this, look at the size of that, and look at how much they have to offer. Absolutely beautiful. Most of this is going to be your tumbled specimens. And it just goes on and on. So much to choose from. Wow. And off that way. There we go. Okay, well, I think you guys kind of get the gist of it. So Laura and I are going to poke around here for about 4 hours and come up with a really nice wide array of specimens for you guys. And then you'll be able to, once we have this all up on eBay, then you guys will be able to click on our website, Hidden Treasures Abound. I will go ahead and I will post that video in the coming days and weeks. I'll let you all know about it on Abandoned and Forgotten Places, and I'll do a link to that. So yeah, so give me a little time to find some good stuff, and I'll put out the notification just as soon as possible. All right, guys, thanks for coming along on this fun little adventure. Ooh, look at the spheres. We got spheres too. Wow. Look at this. Look at this, guys. Lapis spheres. Oh gosh, I'm just going crazy in this place. Okay, y'all take care. We'll see you on the next one. Have a good day. Bye-bye.